It's been a long damn time, but MAW is back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Detroit, Michigan. 5 matches on tap. We're going to finish out the first round of the Women's World Championship #1 Contenders Tournament here tonight, including a huge main event that will clear out the first round. Also, Melissa Brazil, Open Challenge, defending the Savage Rose Championship for the first time since she's won it. Plus, the World Tag Team Champions will face off against their #1 contenders in singles action. That is Chaos and the Randoms. It's been long enough, so let's not waste any more time. Before we get to our opening contest, I want to remind you of the championship tournament. There you see Yukari, who defeated Cassandra Quinn in the first round, and Amber Reeves was defeated by Piper Adams in the first round. Here in just a moment, Angela Lopez and Madison Osborne. Winner faces Yukari tomorrow. And then our main event, 2 women that know each other very well. We'll talk about it more when we get there. Rosalind Dacia and Lisa Marie. So like I said, let's get to it. Angela and Madison right now. As always, I am Rich Johnson with you at ringside as we kick off this first of 2 back-to-back shows. Again, friendly reminder, if you didn't see the announcement video yesterday, tonight we're doing these first round matches. Tomorrow night, MAW is back again with the semifinals from Chicago, Illinois. That's right, Detroit tonight, Chicago tomorrow. I know the locations weren't announced during the announcement video. So these 2 women, Angela and Madison, have to face each other, and then they have 24 hours to prepare for Yukari. And here comes the former Crimson Belt champ. Three-time Crimson Belt champion, more than anyone, including the first ever champion herself. Or that's who she was, excuse me, I came out wrong. It's been a long time since I've had to sit down and do this. I'm excited to do it though. Speaking of Madison Osborne and the Crimson Belt Championship, also tomorrow in Chicago, 2 back-to-back #1 contender battle royals as we head towards Hail to the King Gold Rush next month. One Middle Earth Championship, the other the Crimson Bell Championship. If Madison wins here tonight, she won't even have to think about that. So here we go again. The winner faces Yukari Soihun tomorrow night in Chicago. Not too far from Detroit, as Madison went for a huge shot to kick things off, and it did not pay off. But Angela is going to take advantage. Angela, one of the strongest and toughest women in the division. Short arm clothesline, holds on to the arm. Going to hit a second one. And looking for the trifecta. Madison in trouble early on. Bam! 3 clotheslines. Nice kick there. Angela, a former multi-time tag team champion with the Bad Girls Club. And look at this. Scoops and slams Osborne down. Pops her up and throws her to the side. This tournament consists of 4 women who have been champion and 4 women who haven't. Of course, the 2 women in this match never been Women's World Champion. Pops her up again and throws her again by her head. Again, the strength, the power of Angela as she continues to just, woman handle Madison Osborne in our opening contest here in Apologies, here in Detroit. A couple of forearm strikes, right hand. Up goes Madison, down goes Madison, electric chair in the center of the ring. Couple of lefts, bounces her face off the mat. Oh my God, again, I don't know how many times Angela has just thrown Madison around the ring. Apologize for the creaking and the echoing noises. I'm still getting used to the sound here in this new place. But anyway, the creaking's just from my chair. Ooh, what a back elbow. Nothing fancy at all in the offense of Angela Lopez. Oh, right hand to the midsection though. Madison trying to get some sort of momentum in this match. The drop down, the leapfrog, quick little arm drag, and a drop kick to the face. And a forearm shot. Ooh! Job on a senton. Hooks the outside leg. There's one. Only a 1 count. Of course, I mentioned Hail to the King Gold Rush as Madison stomps away. The winner of this tournament will face Evelyn Quinn at Hail to the King Gold Rush next month. Head bashed off the mat. And now, Madison to the top. Angela trying to go to the outside, maybe for a breather. Oh no! Angela just enough out of the way there. What is this now? Maybe nothing, reverse DDT. Surprised that Madison's able to recover. What a thrust kick. Not really following up much there. Suplex. Out of 5 here. Into the barricade. Uh-oh. Oh no! It looked like Madison's head may have hit the barricade as she was thrown backwards. You can tell she's not all there. Referee had a count of 7. Madison getting back in the ring. I'm not sure she knows where she is. Big back elbow. Again, more shots to the head. Hooks the outside leg. This could do it. Bit of a surprise, but maybe not, as Madison kicks out at 1. Again, 3-time Crimson Bell champion. She's had a hell of a year here in 2025. And a second short arm. Saw this early on. And a third clothesline. Uh-oh. And throws her into the ropes. Those are just very tight cables, guys. Being thrown into them is like that is not ideal, to say the least. Oh! Madison thought she had ducked it, but Angela had other plans. Again, Angela pulling out anything and everything from her arsenal, including going to the top rope, which is just outside of her arsenal, I thought. She just a nice handle smash. Oh no. The kick to the head there by Madison. Oh, ducks a boot. Shot to the midsection. Pops her up. Okay. You're okay. A submission here by Angela, excuse me. A gory special submission. We don't see this very often. How much more can Madison hang on? Look at the athleticism. What a reversal by Osborne. And now a fast press. Now Madison is unloading. Well. Call him a tie-up. Match has been mostly Angela. Madison looking to change that. Off the ropes. Oh! That was a unique, I don't even know, I would call it a combo. She kind of dared her and then just kind of kicked her in the midsection. Running front dropkick right to the face. Bam! Forearm smash. Senton there. Lopez in a little bit of trouble now. Crowd starting to come alive for Madison Osborne, who again just kicks Angela on the way past. Roll through, pop up, super kick. Angela rolls to the outside. Madison saw it coming, follows her out there, throws her right back in the ring. And now Madison, who is very comfortable up top, heads to the top rope. Angela to her feet. Oh no! Madison got down, but it was too late perhaps. A little bit of too much trash talk there perhaps from Angela. Oh, back elbow. Back and forth these two women go now. Off the ropes. Spinning sidewalk slam into a cover. Center of the ring. Only a 2 and out. Uh-oh, Madison's back up. Angela was up so unhappy and she went to taunt. Got dropped on the turnbuckle. A couple of chops and a drop kick. And now what's Madison got in mind? From the middle, rock slide across the ring. Misses wildly, as does Angela. Both women perhaps getting too overzealous with these attacks. Another Fez press. Hooks the leg. Center of the ring again. There's 2. Can't blame Madison for going for a cover after just punching her in the face a few times. That could win. Stop to the upper back and head, and more stomps this to the chest. Nice clothesline by Madison. Both ladies ran at each other, and Madison got the better of it. Angela to her feet. Boot to the midsection. Double underhook DDT. The Mick Foley special. There's 2, and Madison Osborne is going to the semi-finals. What a match. There was the double underhook DDT. Shades of one of our all-time favorites, Mick Foley. And if you want to go a little further, you could say perhaps shades of Jon Moxley. Nonetheless, the former multi-time Crimson Belt champion could be on her way to the first time ever holding the Women's World Championship. Well, as I mentioned earlier on, the World Tag Team Champions and their challengers are about to be in action. Remember, it was a huge TLC match where Chaos returned to become #1 contenders. Let's talk about that a little bit more. And congratulations again to Madison Osborne. So this is the first match between the tag team champions and their challengers. Randy Young, Gorilla Grodd. Oh, I'm going to change up this chair. Hold on, y'all. Talk about the match more in a moment. Again, it was back at Monsters Ball. There was a #1 contenders ladder match or TLC match, whatever. Ladder match nonetheless. And there was a mystery final team, and it was the return of Chaos, who hadn't teamed together in quite some time at that point. And we see what happened as soon as they did team together. They won that match and are now the top contenders for the World Tag Team Championships. Here comes one half. Randy as I mentioned. Well, I would say he looks determined, but I can't really tell with that mask on, but I assume he's determined here tonight. The Randoms have gone on record to basically complain because they were not prepared to see Chaos in that matchup. But it was a mystery team, so of course they weren't going to be prepared for whoever it was. Nonetheless, whether they like it or not, they are the #1 contenders. And while August to October is August to November is quite a long time, Monsters Ball is where the Tag Team Championship matchup will take place. This is the official announcement, I suppose. I know it seems kind of random, but, no pun intended. But Tag team title match will take place next month in Hail of the King Gold Rush. And here comes Grodd, who also has been on record lately. He doesn't talk much, but he said everything feels right now that him and Neos are back together. Neo spent some time in the main event scene. Grodd, of course, challenged for the Middle Earth Championship at one point. Neos has also said that while he enjoyed his time trying to win the World Heavyweight Championship, he did not. And now he's glad to be back with his longtime tag team partner, longtime best friend, the most successful and dominant tag team in MAW. But we'll see how they do in these singles matches here tonight. Randy Young, Gorilla Grodd, first time ever I believe these two have faced off in a singles matchup. As Grodd just runs across the ring to take down doesn't stay like that for long. Rights and lefts over and over. Look at this. Look at this. My God. I mean, just an assault of punches and now kicks and stomps. My goodness. Excuse me. And that elbow. I mean, these two, I think realizes how much of a threat Grodd is. Nice stomp. Now throws him into the corner. Oh, what a kick there by Gorilla Grodd. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Choke slam. A little early for that big of a move, but it is Grodd we're talking about. Stomp. Knee. Another knee. Just a combo of attacks here. I'm very sorry about my voice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Grodd. Top turnbuckle. Elbow drop to the back. Hooks the outside leg. Looking to make quick work of one half of the tag team champions. Quick kick out by And now stomp to the arm. Nothing fancy. 4-time tag team champions, Chaos. More than any team in history of MAW anyway. And Snake Eyes. Grodd continues to remain in control. Randy Young gets out of his way. Both men on the apron, back in the ring. Continental tie-up. Randy Young tosses Grodd back out of the ring. Playing some games with him, perhaps. I don't know if you want to upset Grodd of all competitors. Whoop on his shoulders. The strength of him on display. Oh, what a backbreaker. Kick to the upper. Well, maybe like more the middle of the back. Now stomping again. Really using his feet and his fists in this one. Another kick. Again, he knows how strong, how tough Grodd is. Big knee right to the head. Never forget, Gorilla Grodd is a former World Heavyweight Champion. It was a long time ago, but he did hold the title for 3 months at one point in his career. And Randy Young was a former winner of the Royal Rumble as Grodd is thrown up in the air. So both these men have major credentials to their... The referee just got punched. I apologize, I didn't know what I was trying to say. I lost my train of thought. And actually, is a former world champion as well. He didn't win the title, at the Royal Rumble, but or because of the Royal Rumble, Again, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm also recording this first thing in the morning, so I apologize if I'm all over the place. Rod, I will say for sure, I do know for sure both men are former World Heavyweight Champions. So it's interesting to see these two in this capacity here tonight. Two former champs going one-on-one. Next month, they will, hopefully, at some point next month. The tag team championships will be on the line. The Randoms and Chaos, which I don't believe they've ever faced each other for the tag team titles either. So lots of firsts in this little feud that started back in August. Oh man, what a right by Randy Young. And he pulls him in for a bit of a clothesline. Uh-oh. Rod pops right to his feet. Immediately picks him off the mat. Hangs him up over the top rope. And hooks the leg. Lots of quick covers here. There's two. Only two. The W Energy sponsorship is still ongoing. Center of the ring as always. Speaking of center of the ring, what a power bomb by Gorilla Grodd. You see the way was holding his back. And now Grodd perhaps got something big on his mind. He's got him up in the air. And all the way down and down. And somehow I'm trying to get to his feet. Oh no. How much can Randy Young have left? And now Grodd going to continue to work on the leg. Grodd with that splash from the middle rope. He didn't get all of it, but he got enough of it, I'm sure. Double tie up. But somehow reverses into a suplex. And now to the top rope. And flying. Axe handle smash from all the way up top. And now big knee. You heard that impact of the knee to the jaw. But look at Grodd. Grodd almost acting like it didn't even happen. Grodd's resiliency and strength cannot be understated. Knee to the face. Whoop, pops him up, slams him on the ground. And now throws him back into the ring. You gotta imagine Neos and Lee are watching these match up very closely to see which of their partners / brothers can win this thing. Grodd's got him up. Could be looking for it. Gorilla Slam. Also known as the world's strongest slam. Is that going to be enough? It is. Grodd pins him here tonight. There it is. Bam! The Gorilla Slam. Grodd picks up the first win here tonight. Can Neos Diablo follow suit, or will Random Lee be able to take down the former #1 contender for the World's Championship? Congrats to Grodd, though. Huge momentum, for sure. Well, we talked about championships here tonight. Melissa Brazil is the first ever Savage Rose champion. She will defend that title in just moments in an open challenge, much like we do for the Ultraviolent Championship. But first, Johnny Gomez has something he wants to say. Hello everybody, Johnny Gomez here. First, I just want to thank everyone for your patience, for joining us here tonight for this back-to-back MAW. Tonight, live in the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan, and tomorrow we're headed to the Windy City of Chicago, Illinois. Of course, still to come tonight, Neos Diablo, Random Lee, one-on-one, not to mention our huge main event later tonight between Lisa and Roz. But let's talk a moment about tomorrow night. As you all know by now, 2 Battle Royals and the semifinals of the Women's World Championship Tournament. But I will also address the future of the World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow night. Last episode of MAW, we saw JT and Randy chase each other through a building And that was the last we saw, was Randy was chased out of the building by JT. I do have an idea, but I want to save it for tomorrow's show. So, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. Two number one contender battle royals. They will happen back to back. And then the semifinals of the Women's World Championship Tournament. And I will make the announcement on what's next for the World Heavyweight Championship. Thank you all so much for being here. And let's continue with the show. Let's see who's first up. All right. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be good is what it's going to be. Again, apologies for my voice. AJ Richards, the first woman to step up for the Savage Rose Championship. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night even more now. Big news there from Johnny Gomez that we will get an update on the situation with the World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow night in Chicago, Illinois. Absolutely fantastic news in my opinion. I'm trying to fix the glare, guys. We'll worry about that tomorrow. Right now, the Savage Rose Championship about to be on the line. You heard Falls Count Anywhere. Sorry, I can't do much else for the glare. Here comes the champ. Melissa Brazil won this title, of course, at Monsters Ball in a four-way matchup that I believe was a Muskogee bar fight. Melissa now is a former multi-time women's world champion and the first ever Savage Rose champion. And much like the Ultraviolet Championship, the champion gets to choose a stipulation. That's what I was trying to get to a moment ago. Excuse me, meaning that Melissa made this simply a Falls Count Anywhere match. Let's send it back up to Mike Rome. Former tag team champ, Richards. This crowd seems to be behind both these ladies. You know how violent the women can get here? Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they just want to see how violent these two can get. Again, Melissa made this a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Pretty simple. Falls Count Anywhere. For the Savage Rose Championship, first defense of that title. Again, just like the Ultraviolet Championship, the champion gets to choose the stipulation. And of course, the challenger always comes out first. How about tie-up? AJ, interesting. Kind of like a Cobra Clutch into a backbreaker to start it. May not meet. And Melissa tossed to the floor by AJ. And they're already outside the ring and within moments of the opening bell. Flynn. Melissa went for a DDT on the floor. AJ stops it. I like how our referee is standing just a hair away. Just a bit out of the way. And go ahead and bring it closer so we can be close to the action. DDT on the floor. Got it that time. Punch right to the face. Axe handle smash to the back. And Melissa spinning toe hold on the floor. I mean, Falls Count Anywhere includes submissions. Picks her up slowly and a straight right hand. I was trying to say a minute ago is they may not even need weapons. If they can just use their feet and their fists, that'd be good too. Oh, whoa, whoa, look at the strength of Melissa. Sit out powerbomb on the outside. Big moves early on. Both ladies went flying towards each other. I think they both missed. It looked like there might have been a little connection from AJ, who rolls through with the front face lock. Front chancery, the choke. Melissa breaks out of it pretty quickly. She knows how dangerous that move is. Face lock of her own. Oh, what a suplex on the outside. Crowd into this one. Well into it at that. DDT. Makes AJ back up. Right hand. Boot to the midsection. Going for that suplex again. And an elbow drop. Spent the majority of this matchup so far on the floor. Collar elbow. AJ manages to get control back, throws Melissa into the barricade, and does it a second time. With a little more oomph, and now an elbow to the back, going right to work on the body part that hit the barricade. The lower back, perhaps, is a bit of trouble now as Melissa's thrown across the way. She kind of falls on her way across. And again, working over the back. It'll be hard for Melissa to pick AJ up for the IMDb if she's in that much trouble. Her back is anyway. That slap at the end there with that Fez press. I don't know what's high up. Apologies. I had to take care of something. Melissa has regained control after that Hurricane Rana, and she threw AJ into the barricade. A little bit of payback. And look at the strength again. Gut wrench slam. With a cover on the floor. Emphatic kick out by AJ. Once again, the crowd a little more riled up. Another Hurricane Rana. The athleticism of Melissa and AJ, pretty much the whole women's division, cannot be overstated. Gut wrench again. Bam! So impactful on the outside. She drops another elbow on the chest. And now working on the arm. Perhaps she's trying to work on anything. Oh, AJ pops up. Melissa came in full speed, didn't hit it. Now she's got AJ on her shoulders. Snake Eyes on the barricade. Now kicks the leg. Remember, it was AJ that backdropped Melissa out of the ring a while back. And they've been outside ever since. It looks like Melissa going to return this match to the ring. It was Melissa that made this match false count anyway, so of course she is more than happy to be out there. As AJ throws her out of the ring again, and trying to let her get back in the ring. Melissa, Blue Thunder Bomb, holds the cover. There's two and a kick out. Melissa has not perfected it like Sami Zayn apparently has. Melissa in the top turnbuckle now, looking for that huge leg drop. Old school Melissa Brazil finish. Cooks the leg. Is it enough though? It is. And Melissa retains. Incredible effort from AJ, but Melissa takes home the victory. There was the cover after the Blue Thunder Bomb before Melissa would break out Old Faithful, the flying leg drop, top turnbuckle, massive height, and a retention. Congratulations to Melissa, proving she belongs in the Savage Rose division, I suppose. The hardcore division of the women's division. She is at the top as Savage Rose champion. Well, earlier tonight, we had Grodd versus which means it's time for Lee versus Diablo. Gorilla Grodd was able to pick up the win over Randy The question is, can these two one-up them? Can Neos pick up the win again? Can Chaos stay on top, or will Random Lee pick up the win over Neos Diablo? These two, their paths have crossed in the past. And what's interesting is I mentioned that Grodd and have both been former world champions. Lee and Diablo have both been in the world championship picture. They've both been in the main event scene. But neither one of them has ever held the World Heavyweight Championship. Random Lee is a former Mr. Money in the Bank. As a matter of fact, he was the first Mr. Money in the Bank in MAW history to fail his cash-in. Not that he wants to talk about that, but I'm just saying, it's an interesting paradox between the two teams and their partners. Here comes the other half of the tag team champs. Lee on his way to the ring, on his way into the ring. He's been the top proprietor of the complaints about how are they supposed to be ready for Chaos. But they've had plenty of time to study tape. They've had plenty of time to be ready for these singles matches. And hopefully they will have enough in the tank and be ready for the tag team title matchup at Gold Rush next month. Hail to the King. Oh, I am so sorry about the glare. I tried to fix it. Neos Diablo had a hell of a time trying to win the World Heavyweight Championship from JT Anderson. Apparently, from what I understand, Neos contacted Grodd, said we need to have a conversation, and then next thing we knew, they came out at Monsters Ball, and then next thing we knew, they were standing as the #1 contenders, looking for their 5th World Tag Team Championship next month. You see, Neos is ultra focused. You saw Lee as well, ultra focused. Look at those eyes. He's ready to get back into this. Neos runs across the ring. Oh! A little bit of a fake out, just punches Lee in the face and a back elbow to follow up. Fans, as always, mixed reactions at best for Neos Diablo. They have respect for him for how long he's been doing this in MAW. But he's also, Neos Diablo. Drop kick to the back of the head. Lee slides under the bottom rope, goes to the outside, maybe take a breather. You had to know Neos Diablo wasn't going to give you a breather. What is this? Oh, man! Unique offense there, a shot to the back while hanging him up across the top rope. Off the ropes. Ooh. Lee saw that coming. Pops up, front base lock, spinning suplex. Shades of Dustin Rhodes, perhaps. And now picks him up and power bombs him. Did you see the impact? A huge power bomb early on in this match. Is now Neos has to go to the outside, and Lee doesn't get him any time. No breathing room from Random Lee as he launches himself to the floor. Not exactly a warm reaction for Lee either. Oh God, what a right hand. Perhaps a forearm across the back. Look at this. Got him up in the torture rack into a power bomb. Random Lee is throwing everything at Neos Diablo as he gets back in the ring. And, oh no! One too many times. Neos slid under the bottom rope as Lee launched. And now, oh, for God's sake, you two. Both men going for huge dives and missing. A little overexcited, I believe these two are. Oh, what a right hand. And now, Neos. Samoan drop on the floor. Throws Lee back in the ring. Kicks all over the place. And now a sidewalk slam. Oh. Lee pops up. He went for a drop toe hold there. And Neos just kind of didn't let him do it. Big kick. Still to come, our main event, the final first round match in the Women's World Championship No More Contenders Tournament. Nice back elbow from Neos. He slides under the bottom rope to the outside. And then caught him Snake Eyes. It'll be Lisa Marie and Rosalind Dacia. That'll be an insane main event. Look at this, electric chair. Whoa, German suplex. What a unique combination there from Lee. DDT. Count out is a victory. All it'll say in the record books is that you won. So count out could count. There's the drop toe hold he went for earlier. Now raking at the face of Diablo. Nothing fancy at all. Oh, man. And a stomp to the ankle. And hooks the outside leg. Just like that. Trying to see if Neos will stay down. Only a 1. Oh, whoa, whoa. Gut wrench. Power bomb. Of sorts. Maybe just a gut wrench front slam. And now working on the leg again. Pulling it forward and the other direction. Uh-oh. Oh, got him tied up. Northern Lights. Or Fisherman, excuse me, not Northern Lights. I'm going to get my moves right again. I'm going to get back into the groove here. Alright, I'm going to tie up. Spins him around to the back elbow. Elbow drop. Yes, Maris getting tired of this man and just throws himself on top of Random Lee. Not even much of a senton, just body throw. Suplex center of the ring. To grab him, but Leo's already getting to his feet, slams his head off the mat. Uh-oh. Trying to figure out what he's going to do next. Oh, a little bit of payback, the same leg attack. Oh, man. That Lee did to him, and now just stomping. Stomping a mud hole, and perhaps walking it dry. Straight rights by Diablo. This is a fight. This ain't a match, this is a fight between these two. Spins him around, another elbow to the face. Hooks the outside leg. It's like the third time. That's only a 1. Well, these men have been in MAW for a very long time. Legends of the company. There's a 1 after the sweep the leg there. Apparently Lee watched the Karate Kid earlier. Whoop, up he goes. Too much taunting. Looking for white noise in the center of the ring. And now he wants Lee to get to his feet. Perhaps to try to make sure he'll stay down with a Diablo driver. Hooks the leg. Is it gonna be 2, 3? It is. And Chaos wins both singles matches, and Lee was getting back to his feet again. It's like he barely beat him. Here was white noise, and Diablo would not go for a pin. He would make sure to grab him and drop him with a Diablo driver. And pick up the win. That's 2 singles victories for Chaos. But can they win the World Tag Team titles at Hail to the King Gold Rush next month? We will have to find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've only got one match left, so let's take another look at the brackets for the Women's World Championship number 1 Contenders Tournament. And there you see it. As I mentioned in the earlier matchup between Angela and Madison, the top half of this tournament is all women who have never won the World Championship. and the bottom is former champions. The semifinals for the women who have never been champion, Yukari, who has been here since the early days of the women's division and somehow has never won the title, against Madison, who is a former 3-time Crimson Belt champion. On the former champion side, we've got Piper Adams, who beat Amber Reeves. They were the 2 youngest women's champions ever. And right now, in just moments, Rosalind Dacia, Lisa Marie, multiple championships between the 2 of them. We'll talk more about that during their entrances like we normally do. But I think it's time to just get to it. The final first round matchup. Again, the winner faces Piper Adams. There was all kinds of thought gone into this tournament as far as who was in it, why they were in it, who they were facing. Again, the first round matchup, Piper Adams, Amber Reeves, the 2 youngest women's world champions in MAW history. Piper won it when the championship was vacated by Melissa Brazil, of all people, and it was a Muskogee bar fight that Piper would win the title in. Amber Reeves cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase on Lisa Marie. Again, this whole tournament, some of it's full circle. But we really need to talk about Lisa and Roz here. And here we go. Main event time. Roz has held 6 championships in MAW. One of them was the Crimson Belt Championship. She was the 2nd ever Crimson Belt champion. The other 5 were the Women's World Championship. She has more title reigns than anyone in MAW, and 5 of them were the World Championship of her division. Absolute insanity. She is looking for that 6th title. She is looking to become even better, even bigger in MAW. But standing in her way is a long-time rival and a long-time friend. And a woman looking to bring back her momentum here in MAW. Lisa's had a difficult 2025. She has been begging, more or less. Begging is the wrong word. I don't want her to seem desperate. She has been close to the Women's World Championship on a number of occasions the last year or so, but she cannot seem to win the title. However, she is still one of the best, and Johnny Gomez realizes just how close she's been. She is a former 3-time Women's World Champion, so she is simply trying to get closer to the record held by Roz. Looking for her 4th Women's Championship. It'd be awesome for her. Between them, that means there are 8 Women's World Championship reigns. Lisa is also a former Women's Tag Team Champion, as is Roz. So this is, again, not only, speaking of the Women's World title, not only are these 2 both multi-time champions, they have traded the championship between the 2 of them in the past. So again, longtime friends, longtime rivals. They've wrestled each other countless times, and each time is even better than the last. Roz looking to increase her amount of championship reigns. Lisa looking to break this spell she's had of bad run, or bad luck or whatever. She hasn't been able to pick up the big one recently. You can see, not as intense, but more like a respectful look. And look, right to the center of the ring. I thought they were going to go for like maybe a code of honor or a collar and elbow tie-up, but Lisa, a couple of kicks and a smack. Not wasting any time. There goes Roz across the ring. From the monkey flip. Lisa going to the top turnbuckle, looking for a big strike early on. I think she just dared Roz to get to her feet. Roz complies. Flying missile drop kick. What impact from Lisa. She continues to stay in control. Jesus. Just punches Roz until she goes down. And now is going to continue to punch her. Lisa may have a ton of respect for Roz. These two may be friends. But Lisa's frustrations are showing in this one. And now a spinning toe hold. You hear the agony that Roz is in. Winner faces Piper Adams tomorrow night. Don't forget, not next week, not in 2 weeks. Tomorrow night, drop kick there by Lisa. Will be the semifinals, which will also include Madison versus Euclid. Snapmare, drop kick to the side of the head. Impressive by Lisa, who has been dominant in the early goings here. Roz trying to get back into it with a jawbreaker. Oh! Grabs the arm, hits a super kick. That'll do it. Count of 4. Roz thrown into them. I believe it was in the apron there. Oh, and backbreaker. Count of 5. Big leg clothesline there. Count of 6. Roz could be looking for the count-out victory. Right hand. Count of 7. Oh, wait a minute. These ladies, they got to get back in the ring here. We're on a count of 8. Oh, God. The referee gave a lot of leeway there. Referee's discretion, right hand to the back by Lisa. I think the referee knows. Psst. Sorry, I had to deal with my cat. That this match can't end on a count out. A lot of leeway on that count. Roz manages to get back in control. Oh my God, did you hear the knee connect with the jaw? Now a bunch of rights and a backhand. And now another right by Lisa. Listen to this place. They are on their feet in the Motor City. It's our main event, the final match in the first round of the Women's Championship, #1 Contenders Tournament. Oh, hang on. Look at the outside leg. Lisa won. Lisa Marie, Rosalind Dacia. Winner faces Piper Adams tomorrow night in Chicago. And massive splash. Pulling something new perhaps out of her arsenal and still only gets a 1. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Crossbody. Springboard dive. It's a good thing Simon Miller doesn't cover MAW. His dive count had gone up by about 3 by now. Oh, this is whatever that was. Roz has got her up on her shoulders. Oh, this again, the right hand. Lisa really took control there for a second. Was only able to pick up 1s. And now Roz. Oh no! Oh God! Roz got out of the way of that dive. Lisa had to recover, and she has. Oh, get to the midsection. Oh, code red! Lisa pulling out all of the stops in this one as she kicks her in the lower back and then stops. And again, a kick. Really trying to take it to Roz here. Roz trying to get to her feet. Lisa waiting in the ring. Boots in the midsection. Look out, could it be? Stomp! The curb stomp. Cover. 2. And Roz kicks out. Almost every match tonight, someone's hit their big move in just 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The roll through choke. We saw this earlier tonight as well. In the Savage Roach Championship match. Roz has got to get out of it, and she knows it. Cannot believe Roz kicked out of the stomp. Oh, clothesline. Another one. Lisa trying to recover. Roz kicks the leg out from underneath her. What an intense back and forth main event. Both of these women know how important this is. Boot to the face by Roz. And now Roz returning the boots with some fists as well. Look at that. Oh, double tie up. Oh, Lisa now trying to get back into it again. Went for that Bray Wyatt style crossbody. Missed it. Doesn't miss the drop kick. And now more punches to the face. I mean, these are having just punching each other. Oh! Well, they respect each other, but a little bit of disrespect perhaps there from Lisa. Look out, the crossbody again. Not letting Roz take too much of a breather. More straight lefts and another slap. Throws her back in the ring. Now going to the top rope again. Roz is far away. Launches an elbow drop. Didn't even hesitate. Well, now she's hesitating. Perhaps trying to think of what to do next. I mean, she didn't go for the cover after that massive elbow drop. Oh, double tie up. Boot to the midsection. Going for the cover. Run again. Center of the ring. And again not going for the cover. I usually don't. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Roz. Caught her inside cradle. Oh. I usually don't try to criticize the wrestlers too much for not going for pins. But Lisa seemed to have control and almost got caught off guard. Uh-oh. Execution there. Oh, went for the double knees. Roz rolled out of the way. Oh, double tie up. Off the ropes. Drop down. Pops her up. Oh, what a right. Oh, Roz turned around. She never turned her back on your opponent. She turned her back on Lisa, who popped right up. Monkey flip. Rolls her back over. Drop kick to the back. Lisa perhaps the master of the drop kicks after this. And again, Roz in an awkward spot. Lisa to the top rope. Oh no. Went to the well one too many times. Big knee strike. Hooks the outside leg. I don't even know what to say. Only a 1 count. Kick to the face. Super kick. I don't know how on earth. Oh no. Was that a Kinshasa? 2. Roz goes through. What a damn main event. I'm out of breath. All we're going to show is the Kinshasa. I can't help that. I apologize. We had a curb stomp. We had dives and slashes. Roz hit that massive knee that Lisa would kick out at 1. But a Kinshasa would win the match for Roz, who is now officially on her way to that 6th, Women's World Championship. Tomorrow night, Chicago, Illinois. 2 back-to-back #1 contenders battle royals. And Madison Osborne versus Yukari. Roz versus Piper. The winners go on to the finals at Halloween Havoc. We'll talk more about that tomorrow night. Plus, Johnny Gomez will let us know what the hell is going on with the World Heavyweight Championship. Thank you for joining us tonight. Congratulations to Roz and Madison, and we will see you tomorrow in Chicago.